Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, 1 Mile, Chapter 2. So if you haven't seen the first one, or at least the first review, check out my last video where I reviewed. This is a movie that is cut into two parts, and the first one was a lot of fun. It has Ryan Phillippe, I think you say it, is in it, and C. Thomas Howe are reprising their roles from the other one. I think they made them like right next to each other. So that's pretty cool. So there's a lot to it. I won't get into it. Evident. Here's if you haven't seen the first one, go check that out before you hear this one. But if you have seen the first one, this is where she's made it to college now, and Ryan Phillippe drops her off with C. Thomas Howell seems to be lurking around. That was the ending of that one. I always don't like when you get the sequel and it's like, oh my gosh, I totally forget what happened 6 years ago. Although this was just 24 hours ago, pretty much. I know what happens, but in case you watch it differently, I don't know. Anyway, so that's where they're at. And I think C. Thomas Howe is now coming back to find her, of course, for a little revenge or whatever he wants. So, should be interesting. Stick around, I'll let you know. Hey, everybody, we're at the credits of 1 Mile, Chapter 2. Mile 1, I was going to say, but one, 1 mile. And I have to say, I loved the whole concept, and I loved the first movie. The second one just didn't do it for me. Basically, they set you up for the final fight scene, because that's what they do for the second whole movie. And it's just like, yeah, I get it. Sometimes you really want that final fight scene, and so can't cut it short. So, an hour and 23 minutes. That's all it was. So, if you've seen the first one and you haven't seen this one yet, don't watch. But if you've seen the first one, this is basically they kidnap his daughter and they take her back to the island, and it's just him trying to get her back, right? There's a lot of MacGyver stuff and things like that, and that's mainly what it is. Not even like the fighting stuff; it's more MacGyver, and then it's like, oh, we got her, and then we got her. I don't know. A little disappointed in this one. I think here's my opinion. Here's if they call me, if they ever say, Jeff, what do you think? I know it's never going to happen, but I continue to offer it. But if they would have said, Jeff, what do you think about the second one? Because I do love the idea of having a second one coming out real quick. But then let's focus in on C. Thomas Howe and his whatever it's called. You know what I mean? I don't want to name it, but a cult or whatever they have on that island. And let's just go what they got going on. He's got a whole different POV point of view, right? And he's thinking about different kinds of things, right? He's thinking about like how he's going to keep his family and his friends safe, and his twisted mind of kidnapping kids. But put it in that perspective, and then marry the two, and then put them together, and then talk about like how you know my man is coming back to save his daughter, and it's like intertwined. That's the way you do it. That would have been awesome. So that's not what we got. So hopefully I didn't spoil it for you, but anyway, that's not what's going to happen. So hopefully I was helpful. My dog enjoyed my my little antics here. Where's he going? Where are you going now? All right. And that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.